Okay, so this is our demo for how to transfer our images. So this is a mirrored project. We're going to be taking our one design and we're going to be mirroring it 4 different ways. So this is my paper. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the folding for you one more time. I'm basically taking it long ways and I'm doubling it over. And then I'm going to line up my corners. Give it a little crease right here. Now we want to get these as close as we can. But if we get off a little bit, we don't want to lose any sleep over it. The closer you can get it, the better. But like I said, you just want it to where it's not real detectable with the human eye, because you want your design to come out equally on all sides. So I'm going to go ahead and, now that I got it perfect, I'm going to go ahead and crease it. Then I'm going to double it over again, so I got it long ways again. So I folded it in half, and now I'm folding it in half. Make sure it's straight. Alright, there we go. So now I've got my creased paper. So now I'm ready to make my design and show you guys how to transfer it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my best graffiti design. Okay, so this is it right here. Alright, look at that. So whatever you guys do, don't copy me. Give him a hand, maybe a glove here. Alright, then I'm going to give him another arm over here. And on this hand, maybe I'll just give him a hook. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay. And we'll give him a foot. And a shoe. And then maybe on this side, I don't think he'll be complete without a wheel. So I like to do that. I like to give my guys a wheel. Helps them with mobility. Alright, maybe some eyelashes. I don't want to get too crazy here. Maybe some nostrils. Okay, so let's say this is my design. Hopefully you guys will all be better than this. Just so you know, I'm going to take a sheet of paper here. This is a used sheet of paper. I'm going to go ahead and fold it. You see I'm getting little smudges there, and if you look, I'm starting to get little lead on my fingers. So one way you can avoid that is you can put a piece of scrap paper here so your hand won't smudge your drawing and your drawing won't come off on your hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to darken up my design. So everywhere I did a line, I'm going to darken that line really dark. And depending on the kind of pencil you have, I've got a pencil here that's a really dark pencil, so a number 2, you may have to go over it more than once. I'm not sure. But it really comes down to how hard you burnish it. So I'm going to go over everything, make sure it's really dark. Everywhere I put a line. Now I'm regretting putting in all these eyelashes. You want to take your time. I'm going to try to give you plenty of time to do this project so you don't have to worry about speeding through it like I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to go over every line I made, darken it up really dark, make sure I get lots of lead on there. So that's what's really important, is how much lead I get on this piece. And I'll show you why in just a second. The arm's already pretty dark. I really bared down when I drew that. I kind of do that anyway. That's one of the reasons I decided I probably shouldn't be a tattoo artist, because I don't want to I don't want to bear down that hard on somebody's skin. All right, so now that I've got my image here, I'm going to transfer it over here. So I'm going to take my crease in my paper, fold it over, make sure it's still lined up. And I'm going to take the back of my fingernail and I'm going to transfer that design over. Hopefully I'm not shaking the camera around too much. This table's not the sturdiest. You just want to make sure you get everything. So I'm going to go over it all really good with my thumbnail. You girls with the acrylic nails, that'll do really good on this project. You ought to just have no trouble transferring. I don't know. I don't want them to bust off. But okay, so now we have an exact copy. Okay, so what I would do, I would go ahead. I would say, you know, my eye is a little light, so I could take, throw my paper down here. I could take my eye and darken it a little more. But I probably just didn't rub it over good enough, but I'm gonna try both. So now that I know that, I can come over here and try to rub the eye on there. There we go, that's much, much better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and darken up some of the lines. I'm not gonna do every single line that I had before, because I'm trying to save you time. So I'm going to do less and less each time I do it. That way I don't have to waste your time. I'm going to lay that lead on really nice and dark. Go over all my little lines here. Okay, we're just going to keep the face. And my nostrils didn't come out too good, so I'm going to take and transfer those over real good. That way I know where my nostrils are. There they go. Alright, so I'm just going to transfer the body over this time. Now I'm going to transfer this over here. I'll make sure my paper crease is right. And I'm going to show you something. This right here will work wonders. This is just a Sharpie or a dry erase marker. Any kind of hard plastic, I mean, you could use the end of a hairbrush if you're at home. You could use the back of a dried out marker or a pen, the cap of a pen. Really, anything works really well, and that'll help you burnish the back of this. So you can use it as kind of like a burnishing tool. See how well that works. We gotta make sure we get on all the lines. Pretty good. I didn't get everything, but it'll help you. And you really want to kind of bear down. I mean, not so much you want to tear the paper. So that helped it come out pretty good. I even got some of the places I didn't go over with lead. So now what I want to do is I want to go over that design again. Now I'm not going to do as much this time as I did last time. I'm just trying to show you how this would work. I'm going to darken that up really good. I didn't get probably enough lead on that last one either, because I'm only going one pass. Oops. Ignore that. You didn't see it. That doesn't exist. All right. All right. Darken him up really good here. You got really dark lips. Here we go. Every little thing I did the first time, I want to try and redo it. As fast as I'm moving, I'm going to lose some fidelity. But you guys don't have to, so you can take your time, do it right. I'm going to try to give you guys plenty of time to do this. So now I'm going to take this design and put it over here. I could try maybe the back end would work better than the front end, or maybe there's a little rounded part on top that might work better. So you can kind of see which one of these works better to transfer our design. I'll try to follow my lines too, that way I don't get little spots. So see, like those little spots come from me not following the line, but trying to just go really fast and cheat the system. But at the end of the day, you know, you can't cheat the system usually. Alright, here we go. Alright, so then I will just darken my final one up. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me do that. But you get the idea, and once you're done, you've got this beautiful mirrored image. You guys probably won't have a design quite as cool as mine, but you know, this is what happens when you go to college for 8 years like me. You'll end up being really amazing. So that's how we're doing the mirrored technique. If it's not coming out right, remember, one of two things. You either need to add more lead or you need to bear down harder, okay? So that's probably the most common thing, is bearing down harder. I get most students, when we're in class together, students say, "Mister, it's not working for me." And then I come over there and I bear down on it, and I'm like, well, and I flip it off and it's perfect. So I'm like, well, you just, didn't put enough muscle into it. So those are the two things that I'm going to guess that are going to hinder you. Also, mechanical pencil is harder. It's a harder lead, and so it doesn't come off on the paper as well, so it doesn't transfer as well. So if you're using mechanical pencil, I know some of you love mechanical pencil, you may want to trade it out for a regular old pencil, number 2. If you have drawing pencils, I just want to show you this real quick. If you see, let me make sure I can see in the camera. Let me see if I can focus here. There we go. So you see that says a 4B. So drawing pencils have an H or a B on them. So an HB is a regular number 2 pencil. That's the medium in between pencil. The higher the number B, the darker. The higher the number H is lighter. So that means the higher the number for H is, the harder the lead is, the less it comes off on the paper. The higher number the B, the softer the lead is, and the more it comes off on the paper. All right, I hope this helps.